Hi guys, it's Lynn here. Hope you're having a fantastic day. Now this is just a quick video to show you what cold damage looks typically like on cacti. And I've got two examples to show you. This is our polytunnel here, and obviously all the plants have overwintered. I have to say, pretty much really good for the winter. We have a heater there that we have set on that comes on if the temperature drops below 5, and that sort of stops any sort of problems with the plants being kept too cold. Our biggest problem is more the humidity levels here in Ireland, in Northern Ireland. But obviously that you do get sometimes casualties after the overwintering period. Happy to say we haven't got any casualties, but we have got some signs of cold damage, and people are often saying, what's these black marks on my plants, especially if they've got them kept in cooler temperatures. Now this is one of our Opuntias here. In fact, this is one of Hansi's, and as you can see, it's going to be, before I say that, it's going to be okay. It just needs pruning back. But this is a typical sign of cold damage here, when the pads go black in the corners, or spotty as here. And it's only on the new pads. This is all at the older growth that hasn't really been affected. There's a little bit of black there and a little bit spotty black on here, but we're going to prune them back, and it will just recover pretty well now it's springtime. And that's just purely down to not necessarily the low temperatures, it's down to the humidity. Even with the heater on, and we have the door open on bright, sunny, nice, coolish days, even during the winter, we have the doors open in the polytunnel. But of course, the humidity is still always around 80% here in Ireland and the UK. So that's our biggest challenge, rather than the cooler temperatures. But this is a perfect example of either being kept too cold or too high humidity. And this is what happens. But luckily enough, it's going to be pruned back and the plant will just recover as normal. Just want to show you what that looks like should you have it on yours. And with the Opuntias, they're pretty easy to just cut at the join, and then they'll reshoot pretty new fresh growth again. So that's on your Opuntias, and all of our other plants overwintered extremely well. But we've noticed this one. This is the second year we've had this one. This is one of our Echinocactus, commonly known as the golden barrel, but this is the white spine variety. We have a lot of different golden barrels, even though some of them are white, as the Echinocactus grusonius is commonly known. That's one I've had for absolutely years, very old one there. And this has clearly got signs of cold damage. As I say, they can take pretty cold temperatures. All of these plants are kept totally dry. In fact, I haven't started to water any of these yet because it's still only March, and I do know that the winter, although it's gone as such, the spring can still be very cold until May's here. So they are not watering these type of cacti just yet. But here, if you look at the areoles, or areoles as they call them, which is, these areoles are the little cushion parts. I'll just maybe show you on a bit of a easier cactus to show you there. That's what areoles are there, and that's where the spines, if they have spines, and the flowers emerge from, as in this case here. And you can just see around some of the areoles here, there's a little bit of an orange coloration just on the areoles. I mean, this plant again is going to be absolutely fine. It's going to recover. Sadly, things like this type of cactus, you can't really cut them out like you can with the Opuntia, the prickly pear. It would just have to stay. But over time, with this orange scabbiness from the cooler temperatures and the high humidity, will eventually scab over, and it will go more like a grey scar, and the plant will just continue growing. This time next year, we hopefully will have moved house, and we're going to be overwintering these plants, hopefully in a conservatory, so we won't have the humidity problems that we have here in a polytunnel. But this is hopefully the last winter we'll have to do this. But it's going to be okay, it's going to recover. So good to see. It's not, if this happens on your plant and it's down to the cold, this is what it typically looks like on these type of cacti, and it should recover pretty much now spring is here. And that's really it, guys. Just want to do a quick video while I notice this, and before we prune back the growth on this prickly pear, the Opuntia here. And I hope you found that useful if this has happened to any of your plants. So guys, thank you so much for watching. And if you want to know a little bit more on how to grow cacti and succulents, please do check out my website, desertplantsofavalon.com. And I'm happy to say, out of thousands, probably a couple of thousand plants we have here in our polytunnel, the only damage that we can see is literally on this one here and on the Opuntia there. So very happy. We've got all over the Opuntias there, seems to be doing very well. So that's good news. And have you guys had any damages on any of your cacti and succulents over the winter? And did you have any casualties? If so, drop your comments down below and let me know. And if you want, I mentioned my website. If you haven't done already, please do subscribe and don't forget to click that notification bell. So I want to send you loads of love, heaps of happiness, and tons of plant power from across the Emerald Isle. And until my next video, bye. Opuntia. We're going to give you a bit of a haircut.